about, get yourselves comfortable. I want you to sink your hips back in child's pose and extend your arms forward. As you let your head go, maybe come up into your fingertips and start to reach your hands more forward, but move your hips even more back. And then relax your arms and let your head go. And as your forehead touches on the floor, just feel how that feels quite grounding. So that's also part of the rooting, growing roots. And start to breathe and start to feel, I'm going to come up to speak to you, start to feel the breath in the back of your body. And feel like you're just starting to get stuck into your breath and dive into your body. You want to feel like you're taking the breath all the way into your side ribs, all the way into that space right between your shoulder blades, back of your neck. And as you exhale, feel a sense like you're just letting go, melting a little bit deeper into that spot in your head, your hands. Couple more breaths like this. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Your next inhale, I want you to look up, look at your hands, and place them so the second finger is in line with the outer shoulder. And then roll up into your hands. Pull your hands back a little so that it aligns under your shoulder. Curl your toes under. Lift your chest, drag your hands back and pull the heart forwards. Exhale, push the ground away and round your spine. Inhale, lift your chest, roll the shoulders back, and exhale, round the spine and push away. Again like this, inhale, and exhale. And then we come into movement. Inhale, lift your chest, untuck your toes and exhale, press back into child's, let your head go. And then round your spine and inhale, pull the belly up. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift your chest, pull your hands back. Take it back into child's pose, untuck your toes, let your head go. Round your spine again, inhale. Curl your toes under, exhale. Untuck your toes, send your hips back, let your head go. Again, one more like this. Inhale, pull up. Round your spine. Curl your toes under and pull the heart through as you exhale. Good. Untuck your toes and press your hips back. Lengthen your arms. This time, walk your hands a teeny bit more forward in child's pose. And inhale, come up so you're on your hands and your knees. Shift your chest over your hands like so, and then curl your tailbone under and pull the ribs up. So you have a choice here. You're either going to do the worm, and if you're doing the worm, you still want to keep your arms nice and strong, or you're doing half chaturanga. So make a plank shape, bend your elbows, come down nice and slow. Untuck your toes and pull your hands back and roll the shoulders back. So roll it back and plant it into your shoulder blades, lift your belly. Come onto your knees, curl your toes under and push your belly towards your thighs first. Now push your hands away, come up into downward facing dog. Breathe in and down. Now imagine like you're trying to pull your feet apart from each other without actually moving them, and then push your hands away a lot and you feel the sides of your body lift. Breathe in and out. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. From here, come up onto your toes and roll forwards into plank. And if you don't hit it, scoot your feet more back. Drop your knees down, and again, curl your tailbone under, create a half plank here. So you're dropping your seat down, and then slowly bend your elbows. If you can, hover halfway, and lower all the way down. Bring your arms alongside your body, and bring your head down onto the floor. Stretch your legs back. Roll the shoulders back, and down. Roll it back, pull the shoulder blades towards each other, let it go. Pull it up and back again. Lift your hands this time, and stretch your arms back. Inhale, bring everything you can off the floor. Imagine like you're holding something between your hands. Pull the belly up to rise. Stretch your legs back. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Bring your hands by your chest, more back than you think. Come up onto all fours. Curl your toes under before you come into down dog. Move your hips back. Tone your belly, push away, and come into downward facing dog. Breathe in. And again, you're pushing the ground away. Wrap your shoulders around your back and then peel your feet away from each other. You'll feel the sacrum widen and then draw the tailbone long. One more like this. Inhale, roll forwards into plank. Hit the plank shape, hold that. Drop your knees down. Sink your hips down without sinking the belly down. Pull the ribs up, look ahead and drop your chest down. Nice and slow. Hover if you can. Come all the way down. Untuck your toes and bring your hands behind your back. Link your fingers. As soon as you do this, the head of your arm bones want to drop. Roll the shoulders up and squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Now turn your legs, squeeze the elbows together and inhale, pick up your chest, pick up the head of your arm bones more, lift your hands slightly away from your hips and then extend your arms super slowly towards your feet and squeeze your ankles towards the midline. One more breath, pull the belly up and exhale, slowly descend down. Place your hands by your chest, super deliberately, come up onto your knees, curl your toes under, downward dog, exhale. Inhale. Now feel along your spine and see if you can pull your spine up so you feel like you're almost pulling your shoulders towards your ears. And then make that space, let your head go. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Walk your hands towards your feet. Your feet are still in down dog distance. And then bring your hands under your shoulders like so. Send your hips back so they're behind your knees and reach your chest forwards. Now imagine like you're pulling the ground back with your hands and keep reaching the chest forwards. And then from here, unravel your legs, so take it towards straight. You'll start to feel the stretch, but keep pulling your hands back and reach your chest forwards, tone your lower belly. Breathe in. If you can, lift your toes, send your hips more back and start to lift the top of your thighs up and your chest more forwards. Lengthen the side of your body forwards. One more breath. Exhale, let it go. Grab your elbows. Pull your elbows down towards the floor and let your head go. And now tip your hips forwards like you're about to roll over and then relax your head. Breathe in. And down. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, let your arms go. Press into your feet. And inhale, slowly roll all the way up. To stand, roll your shoulders back and you arrive in Tadasana. If you have a block, grab your block or your water bottle or whatever works for you. You want to continue to come to the middle of your mat. Your feet are hip distance apart, so watch that you don't knock your knees together when you come into the pose. Bring your block on top of your thigh or your object on your thigh. Sink your hips back and bring your arm onto the block. So it's probably on your knees, like so. Press into the block and reach your chest forward. So if you haven't got a block, you can bring it onto your thigh. You just won't be able to do the next work, but just imagine that you're holding it. So now tone the ribs up but lengthen the spine forwards and look ahead. So push down on the block a lot and come into chair pose. And then from here, bring the block between your hands and extend the block forwards like so. Wrap your arms around your back and lift your arms a little higher, but squeeze the block with your hands. And then check that you haven't released your belly now. Continue to tone the belly and pull the lower ribs down towards your feet. Keep extending the sides up. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale into your feet. Now you're going to pull the block up. Some of you may not be able to align this by your ears. Bring it a little forwards, as long as you don't feel like you're doing something like this. So not being forceful. So push your feet down into the floor and pull the spine up. Now pull the lower ribs down and lengthen the tailbone down. Lift the block even more and squeeze everything into the midline. Breathe in. And down. Okay, one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Lovely. Block comes down in front of you like this. Feet outer hip distance apart. Inhale, lift your arms. Grab your right wrist from behind. Lengthen up, push into your feet, and side bend to the left. Look slightly to the right, and now extend your arms fully. Breathe in and down. Inhale, come upright. Grab the back of your left wrist. Pull up as you inhale, and exhale, side stretch to the left. Again, check that you're not arching. Pull the ribs in. Breathe in and down. Good. Inhale, come up, and exhale, let go. Roll the shoulders back. Link your hands behind your back again. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. Bring your feet hip distance apart and extend your arms away from you. And again, check that you're not arching like so. Pull the lower ribs down and your tailbone long. Breathe in. And then exhale, let it go. Roll the shoulders back and forwards. Good. Step out wide. If you're able to, step out as wide so that your wrist aligns with your ankle. Or you're working towards that line. We'll drop your arms down. You're going to turn the right heel halfway in and your toes out. And then check it out, bend your knee and check that your knee is tracking over your ankle, especially since we're weight bearing. And if you feel like you can go deeper, step out wider. Good. Bend your front knee. Root the outside edge of your left foot down and pull the inner leg up. And then from there you meet that point. Everything you lift up, lift your arms up. Link your right thumb in front of your left and align your index fingers side by side. Now pull your spine up and sink your hips down a bit more. Move your right knee out to the right and hold. The lower ribs are drawing down also. Breathe in. And exhale, spread your wings. Now look towards the right hand first and stretch stretch slightly to the left. And then look over to the right. And so reach out to the right. And now you feel like it's pulling two directions. Sink your hips down a tiny bit more. Still pressing the outside edge of your left foot down. Lifting the inner left leg up. Pushing the big toe side of your right foot down. Spin your foot towards the left without moving it. Towards the left. Left? Yeah. Right. Breathe in. Sink a bit more. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale the breath. Good. Come up. Spin your heels halfway out and your toes in so your feet are aligned again. Bring your hands down on the block or on the floor. Lift your spine. Breathe in. Pick your toes up. And again, you feel like the outside edges are rooting down and the inner legs are pulling up. And then from that point, you extend your spine forwards. If you like, forward fold. Breathe in. And out. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Halfway lift. Have your block handy. Now spin your right toes forwards again. And this time heel is aligned with your heel. Bring the block just by your ankle or a little further back. And then start to straighten the right leg. I've got my toes up, you keep your foot down. Press your right hand down, and as you press down, lift the side of your body so you feel like you're super upright. Now extend your left arm up. So a lot of times, this happens in the spine. Draw that top rib down and extend forwards towards the crown of your head. Activate that back leg. Push the back heel down and lift the inner leg up. And then as it rises, extend all the way to the crown of your head. Now spread your wings apart. Breathe in. And then don't forget to breathe. Inhale. Lengthen sideways, both sideways forwards. One more breath. Inhale, stretch, extend away. You feel like you're reaching out in all directions. Big toe side of your right foot is pressing down also. Now reach your left hand forwards. Place it on the floor and come onto your left toes, look ahead. Reach your right arm forwards. You can come up onto your left fingertip. Now send your left heel back without actually moving it and send your chest forwards. Breathe in. Exhale, place your right hand down and your left knee down. Step back all fours. Shift your weight forwards. If you need to move your knee more back and pull the tailbone down, create that plank shape, wrap your elbows in and super slowly bend. Hold if you can. Keep your belly toned, shoulders up, and let it go. Keep your hands on the floor. but pull the shoulders back and squeeze your elbows towards each other. Stretch your legs back. Keep your toes on the floor. Pick your hands up and pull your elbows back and pull your chest forwards. Breathe in. Keep stretching, pulling your hands back. Pull the elbows back and exhale. Place your hands back down. Come up onto all fours. Shift your heels to your hips first and unravel. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. So if you're not sure about the down dog alignment, knees can be bent. Send your hips up. So if I overdo this, I look like this. Once my hips are up, I need to balance that by toning my lower belly. I find the balance between the two. If I tone too much, I end up looking like this. So not this and not this. See if you can find the balance. Breathe in. Not too hot, not too cold. Exhale. Walk your hands back towards your feet. And this time, as you send your hips back, you can bring your hands a little closer to your feet. Pull your hands back again and lengthen your spine forwards. Pull your feet apart from each other without moving it. And now start to straighten your legs a teeny bit more if you can, but keep reaching your chest forwards. Breathe in. And down. One more breath. Again, check you're maintaining a tone in your belly. Inhale. Exhale, let go. Catch your elbows the other way. And pull your elbows down towards the floor. Breathe in. And feet are still active. Exhale, let your arms go. Press into your feet and slowly roll up. Head is the last thing to lift. You're really pulling the legs up. Roll the shoulders back. And come upright. Super. Come back to the middle of your mat. This time bring your feet together for chair pose. You can use the block again if you felt like it was quite a challenge for you. I would say like maintain that challenge. Or hands come onto your thigh, like so. So if you're bringing your hands into your thigh and it's causing your head to dip below your hips like this, use the block or imagine that the block is there. So if I'm not engaging my belly, I start to look like this. So pull, tone that belly and reach the chest forwards. Breathe in. And hands on your thighs just give you a point to help you extend your chest more. Now reach your hands forwards. Imagine you're still holding that block. If it's possible, pull your arms up almost by your ears. And if you use the blocks, you will know whether you're cheating or not. Arms are fully engaged. Breathe in. Exhale into your feet and climb up again. Inhale, pull the block up. Draw the lower ribs down. Tone the lower belly as you draw the tailbone down towards the floor. And Tadasana will feel super energetic. And exhale, let go. Good. Feet outer hip distance apart. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Side stretch to the left, and this time slide your left hand down towards your knee and shift your hips slightly to the right. And then extend the spine fully. So your feet are still rooting down as you reach, extend over. Breathe in. And down. Inhale, come up. And exhale, let go. Good. Inhale, left arm. Root your feet first, lift up, and then side stretch. Send your hips slightly over to the left. As you reach, extend over to the right. And your arm, try to keep it in that line. Breathe in. And down. Then inhale, climb up. And exhale. Good, step out wide. Again, check your distance. Once you're happy, the left heel swivels in halfway and your toes turn out the other way. And then you'll align the front arch to the back heel. If you need more space for that back hip, turn the right toes in at an angle. Lift your arms. Hook your left finger and left thumb in front of your right, and index fingers come side by side. Lift your arms and pull up, and then bend your left knee. So, two common things happen here. The left knee collapses in towards the left. Can't really see it. So pull it out and track it over your second toe. The other thing that happens is this right hip hoiks up and you end up looking like this. Try to even balance out your hips as much as you can, and you start to feel that stretch right there. Flare your arms open, and then if possible, maybe go a little deeper. The back leg supports everything in this pose. So sink the outside edge of your left toes down and pull the inside of the whole right leg up and lengthen the spine up, so stacking over the hips. And from that point, if you imagine they're pulling up from the legs, up the spine and out into your hands. So that's the feeling, and it continues to rise to the crown of your head. Breathe in. Maybe a little bit more. Remember, the back leg is working and you're not hiking that hip up as much as you can. Lift that side of your body. Breathe in. And exhale. Straighten the left leg. And again, you have to reverse that now. Pull the toes in and the heels out. Bring your hands onto your hips. And again, hips are even, so you can check it out like this. Inhale, pull up. Halfway down. So now as you fall halfway down, reach your arm bones forwards first and get a lot of length in the side of your body. Breathe in. And then exhale. Keep that length as you fold forwards. You can also stay high if you're already feeling the stretch in your legs. Don't always have to come into the full expression of the pose. Breathe in. And down. Inhale. And exhale. Halfway up. Now you're going to just spin the left toes forward. So now you're aligning heel to heel. Bring the block just behind your ankle, I would say. Plant your left hand down and pause here for a moment before you come into the pose straight away. So again, there's a tendency to be heavy on the outside edge of the foot. Plant the big toe side of the foot down, inner leg lifts. Push down and lift the side of your body. This will start to round, drop it and extend forwards, then lift your right arm up. Now again, imagine like you're pulling both legs up, right into the pit of your belly, extends to the crown of your head and extends out into your hands in two directions. Breathe in. Feel the big toe side of your foot pressing down, little toe side of your right foot pressing down, inner legs pulling up. Inhale. And the breath is traveling freely in your whole body. So even though you're doing these alignment cues very strongly, you're still letting the breath, so you're not tightening your muscles, you're finding space. Reach your right hand forwards, bend your left knee, place your right hand down, swivel onto your right toes. Reach your left hand forwards, tone that inner right thigh, and stretch that heel back, but resist by bringing the left knee more forwards. Inhale. Exhale, drop the left hand down and the right knee down. Take it back, all fours. If you're not far enough, move your knees more back. And again, so start here, pull in, shift your weight forwards. So now you're plunging over your wrist. Keep the ribs tight and super slow. Lower down, like shaving your sides. Pull the shoulder, head of your arm bones up, and come all the way down. Come onto your fingertips this time. And turn your fingers slightly out so the index finger continue to point forwards. Check out the head of your arm bones. If it's pulling forwards like this, roll them back. Plant it into your shoulders. Stretch your legs back so your knees are off the floor. Pull your hands back to unravel your chest forwards. And then tone your lower belly. Pull the belly up and back. Breathe in. Keep pulling your shoulders back. Broaden your collarbones. Inhale. And exhale, come down. Place your hands flat. If you like, if you want to push up into plank, so curl your toes under, pull the ribs up, and press up. Bend your knees and send it back into downward facing dog. Breathe in. And down. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands towards your feet. So you can stay here with this variation if it feels good for you, or you can walk your hands by your feet. Lengthen your spine. If you keep, especially if you tend to hyperextend, if you keep a little bend in your knees, you will feel more work actually lifting the back of your legs. Exhale if you like, start to fold, and then tip your weight more forward into your toes. It'll force you to engage your abdominals. Shoulders up. Breathe in and down. Yeah. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands onto your hips. Keep the spine long. Inhale, lead with your chest, come up. And exhale, Tadasana. Good. Let's go straight into it. Step up wide. Maybe go a teeny bit wider than before. We're going to take the block and I'm going to put it right there onto the right side. So, arms out to the side, inhale, and exhale, reach your arms forwards and your chest forwards, hold here again. Press the outside edges of your feet down, lengthen the crown of your head forwards. Exhale, bring the hands down. This time, swivel your left toes at an angle, slightly in. Right heel halfway in, right toes halfway out. And walk your hands towards the right. Now before you come into the pose, I want you to think, move your inner thighs back, and now you create like your hips start to lift, and then swivel over and place your right hand down onto the block. Now lengthen the tailbone down and start to unravel. Press the outside edge of your left foot down, inner leg lifts, knee tracks forwards, bend your knee so the hip is not like this. So you're not kind of like in this position where the hips are high. Drop it down, you have this angle. Reach the crown of your head up, and then extend your left arm alongside your ears. This right arm is pressing strongly down to give you height. Then draw the lower ribs in, and everything reaches out. The right hand is pouring down, the left hand is pouring forwards, and your leg is tracking, pressing into that right arm. Breathe in. You can go lower with the block if it serves you. Keep the tailbone long, keep the lower belly toned. Breathe in. Exhale, one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left hand down on the floor and drop your left knee down this time. Take the block away. Bring your right hand onto your right knee and twist open. So, you're pressing the right hand down, use it as a lever to spin the belly open, and then send the right shoulder and the left shoulder back and lean away from your thigh. Breathe in without pushing the knee out too much. Inhale. You can sink your hips down a little deeper if that feels nice for you. One more breath. Breathe in and down. Good. Move your hips back and place your right hand down. Come back again, all fours. Remember, you have the choice to worm down or you're coming down, chaturanga. Untuck your toes, with or without your hands, your choice. Now, which cobra pose you want to practice? Pull your shoulders back and drag your hands back. And exhale, curl your toes under and come into downward facing dog. Breathe in. And out. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet. Take your variation of forward bend, whichever one that feels good for you. I personally like my hands here, so I don't have like super open hamstrings, and this feels good for me. Breathe in. And out. Good. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Wherever you are, halfway lift as you inhale. Bring your hands onto your hips and maintain the length and the tone of your belly. Lead with your chest. Inhale, rise. And exhale, release your hands down. Cool. Second side. Make it interesting, so as wide as you did on the other side, or wider, as you wish. The block is outside of your left foot to get ready. Take the arms out to the side and start to lift. Make your legs strong so it's getting ready. Reach forwards as you press your feet down and lengthen the spine. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands down. Turn the right toes in at an angle so the heels turn out. Again, halfway in, halfway out. Travel to the left. Move your inner thighs back and create space in your sacrum. And then as you do that, bring your left hand onto the block. It should come right under your shoulders. Now once you're there, sink down, and if you're coming like this, hips are up, you need to walk further, but the outside edge of your right foot is pressing down. Sideways is lifting, reach the right arm alongside your ears. This knee again likes to collapse inward, press it towards your arms, and this left hand is straight, is pushing into the ground to give you length, and then you're reaching your hands away from your hip and your hip all the way down towards your feet, and maybe you sink a little deeper, twist a bit more open, breathe in and down, inhale, exhale. Good. Release the right hand down, come onto your right toes and drop your right knee down. Take the block out to the side. You can plant your right hand flat, left hand comes on top of your thigh, push down and twist your belly open, roll the shoulders back. Breathe in and down. Inhale. Exhale. If you like, sink your hips down a little deeper and pull that right knee forwards without moving it. Watch your head position. Lovely. Place your left hand down, hips go back, knee goes back. Your choice, half chaturanga or worming down. Untuck your toes, rise, cobra pose, and this time send it back into child's pose. Drop your head down, bring your palms together, stretch your arms a lot forwards, and bring your hands onto your shoulder blades. And then release your hands down and come up. So I want to offer you this today, but I probably won't be very good at it with my ankles. So you want to have your feet apart and see if you can sit on the floor by your feet. So I won't be able to show you that, but keep your knees either together or slightly apart. Or if you're like me right now, you can put a block there and sit like so. So I'm a little bit wonky here. So once you're there, some of you will be able to recline. So maybe I'll show you on one leg. So if you're going to recline, so you're having both legs down, bring your forearms down first, and if your knees are popping up a lot, you want to come back upright. So if you're reclining here comfortably, you can recline all the way and reach your arms overhead like so. So you shouldn't look like you're doing fish pose or something on your head like this. The shoulders are on the floor and you're reaching back. Don't break anything, don't tear anything. Be slow and mindful. Or you stay up here and give your quads a nice, easy stretch. I just need to sit up a lot. Good. If you're upright and you feel like you want more, or even if you're down, tip your pelvis forwards and stretch your thighs forwards and pull your chest up. Lovely. Couple more breaths here. There's like a lot of intensity if you're reclined. Feel if you can just soften the edges of wherever you feel that intensity. So if you're reclined, start to come up. And everyone, you're going to meet here. Walk your hands forward and stretch one leg back. Curl your toes under and press the heel away. And you can wiggle it out. Bring the knee in and stretch the other heel away. And bring it back. Cross your ankles behind you and roll down to sit. So the first one is Tarasana, star pose. You want your feet slightly in front of you so you see a diamond shape in front of you. Separate your feet apart. And then you can wiggle your hips more back. Peel your feet open like a book and slowly come down. So I think for now, I still say if you want to put a lot of effort into this, you can pull yourself forwards towards your feet and your feet should cradle comfortably in your feet. Your head, sorry. So wherever you are, think outer hips are rooting down. So it's almost like you're creating this like open hips pulling down, and pull your thighs down towards the floor, so not your knees. And then from that point, reach the spine forwards, and it's natural for the spine to come into this nice curve at the top of the back, not at the bottom. So the bottom still needs to be nice and engaged. each other, pull your knees, feet in, give it a hug, and pull your thighs in towards you, bring your head to your knee. Okay. Lift, this time keep your feet super close and drop your knees to the side. Your choice here, you can hook your big toe with your peace fingers and pull yourself upright. So there's like a little, as you lift a lot, you kind of draw the lower back in and then root your thighs down and keep lifting up. And if you feel like you can come forwards a lot, keep coming forwards until you feel like your head is coming to the floor. Then you round your spine and bring your head down to the floor, or just stay wherever you feel stuck. But if you're here like this and you're coming forwards, come more upright and drop your thighs more down and find more length in your spine and also more tone in your belly. Don't forget, if you're lifting your head a lot, this is squeezing your neck. So create space in the back of your neck. If you're lucky and your arms come to your thighs, use your elbows to help you push down. But don't lose the length. Breathe in. And out. One breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And inhale, climb up. Pull your knees in towards each other. Give it another hug. And lift up. Extend your legs forwards. Bend your right knee and bring your right foot across so that your ankle is just behind your left knee. You can hug your knee first with your left hand and bring your right hand behind you. And so now, use the right hand, push into the floor and lift your spine. Maybe lift your left arm up. And as you lift your left arm up, lengthen the spine. Twist first and see if the right arm will come, to the outside of your thigh. And if it comes outside of your thigh, press into your thigh to broaden your collarbones and then press more into the right hand to lift your spine and stretch your left heel away from you. If this doesn't serve you, hug your knee and broaden your collarbones. Every exhale, draw the belly in and then spin. Open a teeny bit more. And then inhale, center. Exhale, open, twist. And inhale, center. Good. Take the right foot forwards. Now bend your left knee and place your left foot over. Bring the right hand behind you. Left hand, sorry. Lift your right arm up. Inhale, lengthen first, like reach up, create that length, twist, and see if that arm will come outside of your thigh. And the hands are never passive, so you're pushing into your thigh to broaden your collarbones. Imagine like you're pushing to do this. Or hug your knee. And it's the same when you're hugging, you're pulling the knee in to create that action of broadening your chest and broadening your collarbones. And then stretch your front heel away. Keep lifting the lower back and use your breath to create more depth in your twist. Breathe in. And out. One more breath here. Lovely. Inhale, come through the center and open the twist. And inhale back to center. Keep your knees bent and come down onto your back. Bring your feet hip distance apart and your toes are pointing forwards. Rest your arms down by your side. Relax your shoulders for a moment. Actually, let's do this. Bend your elbows and squeeze your elbows into the side. Press your elbows down and pull the shoulders under so you're already in this shape, like so, and press your feet down. And then from there, press the back of your head down, your shoulders down, your feet down, and lift your hips all the way up. From here, you can stay here or drop your hands under you, link your fingers and stretch your hands towards your feet and hold. So, you want to move your chest towards your face by pushing your shoulders down, and your feet, you feel like you're pushing them forwards, away from your head. And then take your arms out to the side, release the shoulders first, and slowly roll all the way back down. Bring your knees, actually settle for a moment, bring your knees into your chest, grab the outside edges of your feet, and come into happy baby. You can pull the toes down towards your face and sink your thighs down towards the floor. Lovely. And then release, drop your feet down and pause for a moment. This time walk your feet a little bit more forwards. Reach your arms alongside your ears and come up without coming into the back bend, just lightly. And allow the sacrum to draw towards the midline. And exhale, slowly lower back down. Separate your feet as wide as your mat. And just windshield wiper your knees gently. Side to side. Come to the center, you can knock your knees together and bring the arms by your side or extend your legs all the way forwards, away from you. I like to wiggle side to side and get my sacrum to really open, root down on the mat, and then shake out your feet and let them flop out to the side. Your right hand can rest on your heart, left hand to your belly, or arms go out to the side, close down your eyes, and let everything go. So like I said, alignment focused practice can feel a bit heavy. So maybe you notice this in your brain, just start to relax that effort. It can also feel really strong in your body. So also relax that effort. And then relax everything, let it all go. Notice if the hands are soft, the face is soft. If not, you can stay connected to your breath and every exhale, let it go a little bit more. Sometimes just letting the jaw part solves everything. And letting your eyes drop into the back of your head. Notice if you're gripping in your buttocks, your belly, let it go. Please, in the comfort of your home, if it feels good here, take as much time as you need. If you're coming up, don't jump up. Take a moment always to connect with your breath. And very slowly bring movement back into your body. You can reach your arms overhead and give your whole body a nice big stretch. Bend your knees and roll over onto your favorite side. And as you come onto the side, pull your knees into your chest and blink your eyes open. Or you can keep your eyes closed. And then with your hands, slowly press up to sit. Come to sit for a moment. Hands can rest on your thighs at your heart center. Take a moment to acknowledge the effort that you've made here on your mat today. And maybe dedicate that effort, that energy to someone in your life or always to yourself. Namaste guys, thank you so much. Happy Easter again.